Photograph a historic site, help Wikipedia, and win a prize. Participate in the world's largest photography competition this month. Learn more. Biological organization. 31 languages. A population of bees shimmers in response to a predator. Hierarchy of life and levels of organization. Redirect here. For the hierarchical ordering and organization of all organisms, see biological classification. For the evolutionary hierarchy of organisms and interspecial relationships, see phylogenetic tree. Biological organization is the organization of complex biological structures and systems that define life using a reductionistic approach. 1. The traditional hierarchy, as detailed below, extends from atoms to biospheres. The higher levels of this scheme are often referred to as an ecological organization concept, or as the field, hierarchical ecology. Each level in the hierarchy represents an increase in organizational complexity, with each object being primarily composed of the previous level's basic unit. 2. The basic principle behind the organization is the concept of emergence. The properties and functions found at a hierarchical level are not present and irrelevant at the lower levels. The biological organization of life is a fundamental premise for numerous areas of scientific research, particularly in the medical sciences. Without this necessary degree of organization, it would be much more difficult, and likely impossible, to apply the study of the effects of various physical and chemical phenomena to diseases and physiology, body function. For example, fields such as cognitive and behavioral neuroscience could not exist if the brain was not composed of specific types of cells, and the basic concepts of pharmacology could not exist if it was not known that a change at the cellular level can affect an entire organism. These applications extend into the ecological levels as well. For example, DDT's direct insecticidal effect occurs at the subcellular level, but affects higher levels up to and including multiple ecosystems. Theoretically, a change in one atom could change the entire biosphere. Levels, edit. See also, integrative level. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. The simplest unit in this hierarchy is the atom, like oxygen. 2 or more atoms is a molecule, like a dioxide. Many small molecules may combine in a chemical reaction to make up a macromolecule, such as a phospholipid. Multiple macromolecules form a cell, like a club cell, a group of cells. The simple standard biological organization scheme, from the lowest level to the highest level, is as follows. 1. 4 levels smaller than atoms. See subatomic particle. Acellular level and precellular level. Atoms. Molecule groups of atoms. Biomolecular complex groups of biomolecules. Subcellular level. Organelle. Functional groups of biomolecules, biochemical reactions and interactions. Cellular level. Cell. Basic unit of all life and the grouping of organelles. Super. Cellular level. Multicellular level. Tissue functional groups of cells. Organ functional groups of tissues. Organ system, functional groups of organs. Ecological levels. Organism. The basic living system, a functional grouping of the lower level components, including at least one cell. Population. Groups of organisms of the same species. Guild. Interspecific groups of organisms carrying the same ecological function, i.e., herbivores. Community or biocoenosis. Guilds from all biological domains, and their interactions in a specific location. Ecosystem, groups of organisms in conjunction with the physical. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd. HTML to PDF. Functioning together as a tissue. For example, epithelial tissue. Different tissues make up an organ, like a lung. Organs work together to form an organ system, such as the respiratory system. All of the organ systems make a living organism, like a lion. A group of the same organism living together in an area is a population, such as a pride of lions. Two or more populations interacting with each other form a community, for example, lion and zebra populations interacting with each other. Communities interacting not only with each other but also with the physical environment encompass an ecosystem, such as the savanna. Ecosystem. All of the ecosystems make up the biosphere, the area of life on Earth. Abiotic environment. Biome. Continental scale, climatically and geographically contiguous areas with similar climatic conditions, grouping of ecosystems. Biosphere or ecosphere. All life on Earth or all life plus the physical, abiotic environment. 3. 4 levels larger than biosphere or ecosphere, see Earth's location in the universe. More complex schemes incorporate many more levels. For example, a molecule can be viewed as a grouping of elements, and an atom can be further divided into subatomic particles. These levels are outside the scope of biological organization. Each level can also be broken down into its own hierarchy, and specific types of these biological objects can have their own hierarchical scheme. For example, genomes can be further subdivided into a hierarchy of genes. 4. Each level in the hierarchy can be described by its lower levels. For example, the organism may be described at any of its component levels, including the atomic, molecular, cellular, histological, tissue, organ and organ system levels. Furthermore, at every level of the hierarchy, new functions necessary for the control of life appear. These new roles are not functions that the lower level components are capable of and are thus referred to as emergent properties. Every organism is organized, though not necessarily to the same degree. 5. An organism cannot be organized at the histological, tissue, level if it is not composed of tissues in the first place. 6. Emergence of biological organization, edit. Biological organization is thought to have emerged in the early RNA world when RNA chains began to express the basic conditions necessary for natural selection to operate as conceived by Darwin. Heritability, variation of type, and competition for limited resources. Fitness of an RNA replicator, its per capita rate of increase, would likely have been a function of adaptive capacities that were intrinsic, in the sense that they were determined by the nucleotide sequence, and the availability of resources. 7. 8. The three primary adaptive capacities may have been: 1. The capacity to replicate with moderate fidelity, giving rise to both heritability and variation of type. 2. The capacity to avoid. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF decay. And 3. The capacity to acquire and process resources. 7. 8. These capacities would have been determined initially by the folded configurations of the RNA replicators, see ribozyme, that, in turn, would be encoded in their individual nucleotide sequences. Competitive success among different RNA replicators would have depended on the relative values of these adaptive capacities. Subsequently, among more recent organisms, competitive success at successive levels of biological organization presumably continued to depend, in a broad sense, on the relative values of these adaptive capacities. Fundamentals, edit. Empirically, a large proportion of the complex biological systems we observe in nature exhibit hierarchical structure. On theoretical grounds, we could expect complex systems to be hierarchies in a world in which complexity had to evolve from simplicity. System hierarchies analysis performed in the 1950s, 9, 10, laid the empirical foundations for a field that would be, from the 1980s, hierarchical ecology. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The theoretical foundations are summarized by thermodynamics. When biological systems are modeled as physical systems, in its most general abstraction, they are thermodynamic open systems that exhibit self-organized behavior. 16, and the set forward/subset relations between dissipative structures can be characterized in a hierarchy. A simpler and more direct way to explain the fundamentals of the hierarchical organization of life was introduced in ecology by Odum and others as the Simon's hierarchical principle. 17, Simon, 18. Emphasized that hierarchy emerges almost inevitably through a wide variety of evolutionary processes, for the simple reason that hierarchical structures are stable. To motivate this deep idea, he offered his parable about imaginary watchmakers. Parable of the watchmakers. There once were two watchmakers, named Hora and Tempus, who made very fine watches. The phones in their workshops rang frequently, new customers were constantly calling them. However, Hora prospered while Tempus became poorer and poorer. In the end, Tempus lost his shop. What was the reason behind this? The watches consisted of about 1,000 parts each. The watches that Tempus made were designed such that, when he had to put down a partly assembled watch, for instance, to answer the phone, it immediately fell into pieces and had to be reassembled from the basic elements. Hora had designed his watches so that he could put together sub-assemblies of about 10 components each. 10 of these sub-assemblies could be put together to make a larger sub. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF assembly. Finally, 10 of the larger sub-assemblies constituted the whole watch. Each sub-assembly could be put down without falling apart. See also, edit. Abiogenesis. Cell theory. Cellular differentiation. Composition of the human body. Evolution of biological complexity. Evolutionary biology. Gaia hypothesis. Hierarchy theory. Holland, philosophy. Human ecology. Level of analysis. Living systems. Self-organization. Spontaneous order. Structuralism, biology. Timeline of the evolutionary history of life. Notes, edit. 1 A.B. Solomon, Berg and Martin 2002, pp. 9-10. 2 Pave 2006, p. 40. 3 Huggett 1999. 4 Pave 2006, p. 39. 5 Postlethwaite and Hobson 2006, p. 7. 6 Whitsunny, G. 2014. Biological Self-Organization. International Journal of Science and Semiotic. Systems. 3, 2111 do. 10.4018/IGES.2014070101. 7 A.B. Bernstein, H. Biley, H.C., Hopf, F.A., Mitchard, Ra, Vemulapli, G.K., 1983. The Darwinian Dynamic Quarterly Review of Biology. 58, 21852007 do. 10.1086/413216. JSTA 2828805. S2 SID 839564110. 8 A.B. Mitchard Re. 2000, Darwinian Dynamics, Evolutionary Transitions in Fitness and Individuality. Princeton University Press, Princeton, New Jersey ISBN 0691050112. 9 Evans 1951. 10 Evans 1956. 11 Margalef 1975. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. 12 Anil 1986. 13 Wikin and Ulanowicz 1988. 14 Pumane 2006. 15 Jordan and Johnson 2012. 16 Parkrovsky, Vladimir, 2020. Thermodynamics of Complex Systems, Principles and Applications. IOP. Publishing, Bristol, UK. 17 Simon 1969, pp. 192229. 18 Simon's texts at do. 10.1023278009JLS1203_4 polaris.xis.ukla.edu/pagra/Simon. Archived 5 July 2015, at the Wayback Machine or John Carlos Bays /2011/08/29 transcriptions. Archived 31 May 2015 at the Wayback Machine. References, edit. Evans, F.C. 1951, Ecology and Urban Aerial Research, Scientific Monthly, 73. Evans, F.C. 1956, Ecosystem as Basic Unit in Ecology, Science, 123, 3208 1127 8. Bibcode, 1956 SCI, 123.1127 do. 10.1126/science.123.3208.1127, CMID 177934330. Huggett, R.J. 1999. Ecosphere, Biosphere, or Gaia. What to call the global ecosystem. Ecological sounding. Global ecology and biogeography. 8.6425431. Do. 10.1365-J.1365-2699.1999.00158.x. ISSN 1466-822-X. Jordan, F. Johnson, S.E. 2012, Models of the Ecological Hierarchy, From Molecules to the Ecosphere, ISBN 9780444593962. Margalef, R. 1975, External Factors and Ecosystem Stability, Schweiz-Risk-Zeitschrift für Hydrology, 37, 11021117, Bibcode, 1975 AC SCI 37102M, Do. 10.1007/BF02505181. HDL 10261/3376692, S2 SID 20521602. Anil, R.V. 1986, A Hierarchical Concept of Ecosystems, ISBN 0691084378. Pave, Alan, 2006, Biological and Ecological Systems Hierarchical Organization, in Pew, Maine, D. ed., Hierarchy in Natural and Social Sciences, New York, Springer Verlag. ISBN 978-1-4020-4126-6. Postlethwaite, John H. Hobson, Janet L. 2006, Modern Biology, Holt, Reinhardt and Winston. ISBN 0-03-065178-6. Pew, Maine, D. 2006, Hierarchy in Natural and Social Sciences, ISBN 978-1-4020-4127-3. Simon, H. O. 1969, The Architecture of Complexity, The Sciences of the Artificial, Cambridge, Massachusetts, MIT Press. Solomon, Eldra P. Berg, Linda R. Martin, Diana W. 2002, Biology, 6th ed., Brooks/Cole. ISBN 0-534-39175-3, LCCN 20010953666. Wikin, J.S. Ulanowicz, R.E. 1988, On Quantifying Hierarchical Connections in Ecology. Journal of Social and Biological Systems, 11, 3369377, do. 10.1016/01440-1750, 88, 90066. 8. External links, edit. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Cell Physiology, in Human Physiology, at Wikibooks. Characteristics of Life and the Nature of Molecules, in General Biology, at Wikibooks. Organization within the Biosphere, in Ecology, at Wikibooks. 2011 Theoretical/mathematical discussion. Categories: Life Hierarchy, Emergence, Levels of Organization, Biology. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF.